Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take your sources, really dig in, and pull out those crucial bits of knowledge you need.
Helping you get truly well informed.
Exactly. And today we're plunging into a case that feels, well, incredibly relevant right now. It's about the rising threat of online work-from-home scams.
Yeah, and what's striking about this specific incident we're looking at, it isn't just the sheer amount of money lost, though that's significant.
Right.
It's more about the methods. They seem almost deceptively simple, but there's a sophisticated psychological game being played.
And then how the authorities actually managed to track them down, which is fascinating too.
Absolutely. We'll be unpacking the story of a woman in Delhi who got caught in one of these traps.
Okay, so our goal today is pretty clear. Equip you with the insights to understand how these scams actually work, the mechanics behind them.
How they lure people in.
Yeah, how they snare victims, and most importantly, how you can spot these things and avoid falling into the same kind of trap.
Think of it as your shortcut, really, to understanding a critical cybersecurity issue. It's affecting so many people, especially now in the digital age.
So let's start at the beginning, the victim's story. This case involves a 29-year-old woman in Delhi. She was, like many people, actively looking for a job. And she gets approached with what sounds amazing, right? High-paying remote work.
The dream offer.
Totally. And the initial contact, interestingly, it came via Telegram, not, LinkedIn or a corporate website.
That's a flag right there, something?
Could be. And the tasks she was given at first, they seemed so benign. Simple stuff.
Well, exactly.
Like writing reviews, making small online payments. It sounds almost harmless, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And that's the really insidious part. It's a classic foot in the door technique.
Yeah.
Manipulation 101.
Right.
They start with these tiny, seemingly inconsequential requests. Easy to do, and they give you small, immediate returns.
So you get a little positive reinforcement.
Exactly. And those small successes, they build this deceptive sense of trust and commitment. Victims like her were then, subtly persuaded to make larger UPI transfers.
UPI, that's India's big digital payment system,
Yeah.
right? Super fast.
Incredibly fast, real-time payments. And that speed, well, it's actually part of its appeal to criminals. Funds move almost instantly.
So the speed becomes a double-edged sword, a vulnerability for the victim.
Precisely.
And it sounds like what started small, those little tasks, then just rapidly escalated.
Completely spiraled
Right.
into a massive financial loss. We're talking 17 lakh for this woman.
Wow. That's unbelievable. How does that happen psychologically?
Well, each successful task, each small payout, it creates a psychological investment. Makes it much harder for the victim to just walk away.
The sunk cost fallacy.
Totally. You've put in time, effort, maybe a bit of your own money early on. You start thinking, I've come this far.
Can't quit now.
The big payoff must be just around the corner. It creates this continuous cycle, pulling the victim deeper and deeper, all under the guise of unlocking these higher-level incentives.
That's truly chilling. How deeply they managed to, entangle her. Okay, let's flip to the scammer's side. How did they build this operation? How did they keep up that illusion of legitimacy you mentioned while extracting so much cash?
Well, the modus operandi, it was unsettlingly simple, but really effective. The whole thing ran through Telegram.
Just on Telegram.
Just on Telegram. They
Okay.
created this false reality, a sense of progress through these repetitive tasks. And each task was coupled with promises of exaggerated returns. Almost unbelievable returns, really.
So it's like a conditioning loop.
Exactly. Designed to keep the victim engaged, keep them believing it's a real job. And like we said, victims were continuously, almost relentlessly pushed to make more UPI payments.
Always a new reason.
Always some new pretext. Unlock your earnings, complete this level, upgrade your account, whatever it took to extract as much money as possible.
Okay, so the financial losses were huge. But then the question is, how did the authorities even start to untangle this? Especially with digital payments and everything, it seems so complex.
It really can be. But this case, it does show how law enforcement is getting more sophisticated in this area. The Delhi police, they managed to nab 5 individuals involved.
5 people. Okay.
And what's really noteworthy is the mix of people they arrested. It ranged from a 19-year-old school dropout
19. Wow.
right to a 47-year-old woman identified as an illegal crypto trader. Name was Nidhi Agarwal.
So a real mix. That suggests these aren't necessarily like monolithic gangs.
It seems more fluid, yeah.
Okay.
Drawing in individuals from different backgrounds. Maybe some are tech savvy, others handle the social engineering, the chat parts, or the money laundering side.
Okay, so they got the people. But following the money, you said UPI is fast. How did they trace that?
Well, the officials figured out the first step. The scammers use what are known as mule bank accounts to receive the money from the victim.
Mule accounts, what are those exactly?
Basically, their bank accounts opened using fake details. Or maybe they belong to unwitting people, sometimes paid a small fee just to let their account be used for a bit.
Okay.
The whole point is they're disposable, designed to be drained quickly and then abandoned. Makes it super hard for investigators to trace the real people behind it. It's like a financial dead end almost.
Right. Washes the money initially, but then they added another layer, didn't they, to make it even harder?
Precisely. That wasn't enough. Once the money landed in those mule accounts, boom, it was rapidly converted into USDT.
USDT, that's Tether cryptocurrency.
Yep, Tether. It's a type of stablecoin. Pegged to the US dollar, which is useful for moving big sums without worrying about wild price swings you see in other cryptos.
Okay. And why crypto? Just for the speed?
Speed is part of it,
Yeah.
but also the anonymity, or at least pseudonymity, and the global reach. Crypto allows for near-instant transfers anywhere in the world, and it significantly muddies the water. It buries the traditional money trail, makes recovery incredibly challenging for the authorities.
So, looking at this whole thing, what does it mean for the bigger picture? This feels like more than just one unlucky person, right?
Oh, absolutely. If you connect this case to the broader context,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not isolated at all, not even close.
Yeah.
It's really indicative of a huge surge in these online task frauds. We're seeing it across India and, frankly, globally.
And why now? What are they tapping into?
Well, these scammers, they're exploiting some pretty big societal factors. Think about the massive post-pandemic shift towards remote work, or at least the desire for it.
Right. Everyone wants that flexibility.
Exactly. Combine that with ongoing unemployment issues, particularly, it seems, among women who might be looking specifically for flexible work-from-home options. It just creates this fertile ground for these scams to flourish.
Makes sense. A vulnerable population looking for specific opportunities.
And the authorities know this. Police have been consistently putting out warnings, urging people, be cautious of unsolicited offers, especially via messaging apps like Telegram or WhatsApp.
Verify, verify, verify.
Yes, verify job opportunities only through official channels. Don't just trust a random message, which, raises an important question for you listening right now. How do you actually verify job opportunities in this digital age? Something to think about.
Definitely. This deep dive into the Delhi scam, it really highlights just how sophisticated these operations are now. It's not just basic phishing anymore.
Not at all.
They're preying on genuine needs, that very human desire for opportunity, and then using complex financial tricks like these instant crypto conversions to cover their tracks.
Yeah, and the key takeaway, I think, it goes beyond just general skepticism, though that's crucial. That old saying, if an offer seems too good to be true, it almost certainly is, still holds water.
Always.
But look for specifics, red flags, like legitimate employers pay you. You should never have to pay money to get a job or to unlock your earnings. That's a huge one.
Right. If they ask you for money first, run.
Pretty much. And be super wary of any job offer that exists only on unverified messaging apps. If there's no professional vetting, no proper company website or contact info you can independently check, be suspicious.
It demands constant vigilance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a sharp eye for those details.
It really does. The digital landscape requires it.
So as we wrap up, we increasingly live and work online. These digital frauds, they're clearly evolving, getting smarter all the time.
Right.
It makes you wonder, how can we collectively build a stronger defense, something beyond just individual caution?
That's a big question.
Yeah, it's something for you to mull over.